Hello, just time for a short check-in. Um, so today is August the 13th. Um, so we are a little under 3 months now to my birthday, which is November 11th. A little bit of a mixed report today. So just being honest, my wrist is just not great right now. It's not as bad as it has been, like the worst of it. But like this, for whatever reason, I mentioned before, like this shot just didn't seem to either hit the spot or I just don't know. It's the weirdest affliction. I can't really explain it. And it's like sometimes it just takes like putting my shirt on in a goofy manner or um, I don't know. It's just the easiest, simplest task can irritate it and it will flare up and it will hurt me at night when I'm sleeping. It will hurt for the next day, for stupid things. But it's I don't know. For whatever reason, it's just not great this time. Um, but on the flip side, I got a lot of good things going for me right now. So you just saw I did a workout this morning. First time in a while that I've done a morning workout, but I wanted to get it in today, and I actually felt pretty good about it. So um, the bench press is always an interesting thing with the wrist thing because like it starts off, it can really hurt like in the first few sets, so I'm always like the most nervous, it seems like, when I'm just like putting 135 pounds up the first time because I just don't know how it's going to feel. You may have noticed that I didn't use the rubber grips today. I've been kind of leaning away from them the last few workouts just because I'm not super comfortable when I'm benching alone with the way that the weight kind of distributes as I get into heavier weights. What I mean by that is having that grip, it feels like when I bring it up over my chest, sometimes the plates will try to roll and that momentum will kind of force the rubber grips to kind of want to spin down on me. And so it's making me nervous to have heavier weight where now all of a sudden I can feel that rotation and I don't like that feeling in my wrist. So it's like as soon as the wrist starts to break, then I get that shooting pain through the middle of the wrist. So I, for right now, am just trying to go without them. But I had a good workout today. You saw I did some, I didn't record everything, but I had a handful of sets beforehand where I kind of worked up. I think I did like 160, 180, 200, and then I started recording at like 210, I think. So I was doing sets of like 5 or 6, I think, before I recorded. But the exciting part is I am very quickly getting much stronger. and I am putting muscle back on. So I'm already up to like 193. Just taking in a lot of protein every day and creatine, and I'm surprising myself how quickly I am getting stronger. So great. I got 210 up a couple of times today. I got 220 up very easily. I got 225 up very easily. So I felt really good today. And it's like, wow, I still got 3 months to make up the 25-pound difference there. I know I could probably have pushed 230 or 235 this morning. If I had somebody spotting me, which I did not, it was, empty. So I've got to be a little careful there. But very exciting. The other good news for today is this is more geared towards the older crowd, but I had a visit to the cardiologist, and I had some blood work done today or this week, and I guess I'm getting some questions about like why would I cut weight when I'm trying to achieve this goal of bench pressing heavier weight. And it is counterintuitive, yes, but I think I got that answer today. So two parts to this. Now, I did start taking statins in February, so a lot of this is going to be the statins, but let's take a look at the results of my blood work. So remember, I have lost since April. I was started at 206, and now I'm at like 193. But in total, I did lose about 22 pounds. So my cholesterol went from 186 in February to 127 this week. The doctor was very pleased with that, as you can imagine. They said they usually see some pretty good results out of the statins, but this was a really, really impressive jump, she said. HDL from 48 to 53, so that's my good cholesterol, which has always been a bad problem for me just because I just never ate enough vegetables and greens. Something I've been working on the last few months, just trying to get a little bit more of that into my diet and in my life. So fewer cosmic brownies and more lettuce, but not Taco Bell lettuce. So that is not how I lost the weight. Moving on. My LDL went from 118 to 57. So my bad cholesterol. That's a pretty, I don't even know what that is. That's 50%, so very happy with that. My triglycerides went from 102 to 85, and my non-HDL cholesterol went from 138 to 74. So that is the reason that I wanted to cut weight. I wanted to be not just thinner, I wanted to be in as best as possible shape I could be in as I turned 50. So aside from the wrist, which does hurt, and it is pretty pissed off at me right now, everything else is going pretty well. I am in good shape. I got a good report card from the doctor, and I am getting stronger. And so, I feel like my goals are within reach. Does that necessarily mean I'm going to get there? No, because there are so many wild cards when you get to be in your late 40s. Like, it's not going to take a whole lot for something to go sideways. So I am proceeding very cautiously. I'm trying to maintain my workouts throughout the week, I'm trying to focus on a little extra shoulders and back. I've been doing pretty good at that. Um, I did not have any shoulder discomfort at all with my workout this morning. I did have a little bit on Monday, so it's still there, but I feel like just, really trying to strengthen the shoulders is probably the best thing I can do for that right now. But knock on wood, everything is where it should be. All right, that's the update. I will check in the next couple of weeks. I'm hoping to keep pushing, getting closer to 250. If I can, I may have to start getting a spotter because being in the gym by myself this morning was a little, there was nobody. So anyway, I will check back when I can.